Chicago, Chicago, that title in town. That's right. This episode of InTRUview is coming to you from Chicago, Illinois, where I'm going to chat with the husband and wife team of Precious Arts Dental Lab. How do they do it? We're going to find out. Chicago, Chicago. Love Chicago. All right, so here at Precious Arts, it's not a big lab, but as you guys have seen in other episodes, big doesn't necessarily mean better. Peter, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. All right, I want to find out more about your lab. I want to chat with your wife, Margaret, as well, and see how you guys came together and built this lab.
Yeah.
All right, come on, let's go. All right, Peter, Margaret, thank you so much for sitting down with me. I want to find out your story because it's such a fun story. You know, I go to a lot of dental labs around the country, but I don't find too many husband and wife teams working in the same lab because isn't it difficult to work with your significant other? I mean, she's obviously the boss.
Yes, she is. Yes, it is very difficult.
Yeah.
We've been together for almost all our life here in America. We met at the lab.
You met at a lab?
Yes.
Here in America?
Yes.
Okay.
And since that moment, we always been together.
We always change work together.
Yes, if we had to, we change, we switch.
Okay.
And we work in the same lab all the time.
Okay.
And this is finally our lab.
Yeah.
And we work together too.
And
sometimes it is difficult.
Now you're Polish and you just happen to find each other in a lab. Are a lot of the labs here in Chicago, are they Polish ran? I mean, what's the community like here in Chicago?
There's a lot of Polish dental technicians here.
Got it.
In America, especially in Chicago, is a lot.
Okay, got it. Interesting. That's a fact I didn't know. I didn't know.
Maybe because of the Chicago.
Yeah, it's a melting pot. Chicago is such a melting pot. But let's go back now to how you both got into the industry. You both met each other in a lab. Did you know that you wanted to go to school to be be in a dental lab? Like, how did it start?
Not really. My mom, she's a dental technician. Actually, she's retired now, but I used to work with her in Poland for 6 years. Then I came to America. But I don't know, for some reason, I was interested in art always.
Yeah, I mean, it's an art form, for sure. You're working with your hands and you're creating
when
something.
When you're creating like smiles, like
it's the best.
Anterior teeth, that's the best.
Yeah.
I love it. I love to do it.
What about you, Peter?
Yes, I applied to be at the dental school. I tried to be a dentist. I didn't pass exams. So then I had to look for something. And I find out that the way to go it's just to apply at dental technician school and graduate in 1994 in Poland. And a few years later, I came to America. That was 1998.
Now, when you guys met in the lab, love at first sight?
Yeah.
Yep, love at first sight. You guys got married and you started your own lab, not like a brick and mortar, a little small business.
It wasn't after.
It was like 12 years after.
Yeah, 12 years
12
after.
years after.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, and
we used to work for one guy for 12 years.
It was located in downtown Chicago, so we had to go to the work, like you asked us, every day in the traffic for more than an hour.
Yeah.
We go into downtown. So a few years later, it came out to the point that we had to open our own lab because the other business didn't do well.
Okay, but you guys had faith in each other in terms of the strength and the talents in working in a dental lab.
We got lucky because we used to work together for somebody else, but I was doing something. I was doing different part of this job, and Peter was doing something else.
But you started it in the house.
Yeah,
you started a business in your house, in your living room, basically.
Not really.
Yeah, we had a huge basement, so we started in the basement. Our business grew up to that moment that we couldn't keep this in the basement, and we want to grow.
But we had a limited space to use for dental lab.
Okay.
Because otherwise, we have like in the laundry there was like a plaster room.
Yeah.
And you know, in
Your
the bedroom there was
your
like,
motorcycles
yeah.
are in there, you know, those are
Yeah,
important. to have.
exactly.
So you guys have been here for a while. Talk about the growth.
Yes, when we start first, it was 6 years ago.
Okay.
And it
Actually,
was,
we moved here.
we moved here 6 years ago. It was only two of us. And we were doing only traditional type of work, metal,
Actually, we
ceramic.
started doing zirconia, but we didn't have
Digital
digital
equipment.
equipment to do, you know, everything
Yep.
here. So
We saw opportunity to go into invest into digital, and we did. And we never regret that decision.
Yes, I mean, it's the best decision you can make. I mean,
That
in
was
this
the best
industry.
decision we ever made to get involved in digital industry.
So who got you involved in that? Because that's a big step.
we decided, hey, let's buy our own equipment, because even if we're going to spend the same, one day the equipment is going to be paid off
And it's gonna be our own.
and
Yeah.
it's going to be our own.
Plus, we were observing whatever happened on the dental shows, and everybody were talking about it. There was no point back. We had to go there because to survive, we had to
Yeah.
invest in digital industry.
Exactly.
There's an expectation from the doctors that the labs were digital. Everything was moving digital. So if you
Yes.
weren't, obviously your business is going to fail.
Exactly.
Now, how do you guys create that relationship with the doctors here, the dentists here locally? Because you guys work with local dentists. You guys don't work nationally, right?
yes.
What's that communication like? How do you build those relationships?
There is few different ways. The best relationship you create in if somebody will recommend you
Yeah.
from recommendation of our doctors. So that's one point.
Sometimes even patients, they can recommend
Sometimes,
you.
yes. Our friends going to one dentist and they saying, okay, I've got friends who work as a dental lab, and that's how we meet, that's how we getting introduced, and that's what we having. That was a very good relationship in points like that.
Yeah.
And those doctors, they staying with us for a long, long time.
Yeah, from the beginning. Actually.
From the beginning.
Let's talk about the relationship with True Abutment. How did that relationship come together?
We were introduced by the company which were selling us implant components, and we were looking for to have a support from beginning to the end with implants. And where we were introduced, we had that option that almost every brand of the implant were supported by True Abutment. Plus, they growing, they looking for the new systems, and every year they introduce something else, like all-on-T, multi-channel lock. So those parts which we start beginning to work with, and those are very successful products.
And they were always helpful for us. If we had any problems, they were there. Other brands, not really.
Not necessary.
So
yes.
responsive, very
Yes,
responsive for
yes,
you guys.
Plus, from the beginning, they help us to start, install their library in our computers and start from the beginning. And that's how it grows.
Now, what are you looking to do to build this lab? You guys really concentrate on quality. It's not about the quantity out there, it's the quality of work. So what are your expectations of yourselves to grow this lab? Is there an expectation to grow, or do you like it where it's at now?
We like it as it is right now.
Many times we were thinking to grow this lab, but I'm not sure I want to do that.
Yeah, you guys are happy with where it's at right now?
Yeah, right now, yes, we are happy on the level as we are. We can grow maybe just a little more, but basically the level which we have in right now, it's good.
When you leave the lab here, you guys are avid motorcyclists, right? You guys get out on the bikes. Do you guys each have your own bike, or do you share?
No, we got one, so she
One
just...
is enough.
One is enough. Yeah. I asked her many times to learn how to ride, and she didn't want to go do it. So we're doing together.
Got it. So when you're out of the lab, you jump on the bike in such a beautiful area of the country to just jump on the bike and cruise the city of Chicago, going out into
Not only
the...
Chicago.
Not only
We've been
Chicago, we know
everywhere.
wherever We plan, every year we've got different plan, different part of America.
So I've asked you a lot of questions about where you guys came from, how you got started, the growth, talked about the relationship with True Abutment. I think the biggest, most important question that I think everybody at home that's sitting all around the country watching, the most important question that I have for you is, what's the best pizza in Chicago? What do you think? What's the best?
I don't eat pizza.
You don't eat pizza? You live in Chicago, you don't eat pizza. What do you think, Peter?
People are saying that is Pizzeria Uno.
Pizzeria Uno?
Uno, downtown.
Yes,
But I don't
downtown
know.
Chicago, that's
Okay.
one of them. We like locals. We've got like 2 pizzerias here.
So deep dish or not deep dish?
No.
Not deep dish.
I will turn more like a
Not
New
deep
Yorker
dish.
style.
Not deep dish.
Yes.
It's not always about deep dish. Okay. Let's go get pizza.
Thank you, Mike, for your hard work for us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And your contribution.
Thank you very much. So nice.
Oh no, it's working. It's working. On his back.
1, 2, 3.
And now open the faces, yeah.
Peter, thank you so much for introducing me to your team. It was a lot of fun. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Jeff. Thanks for lunch. It's nice to have you here. Stop by anytime.
Will do.
Next time we will have a motorcycle ride.
Promise?
Yes.
All right. Hey, have a good one. See you later. Motorcycle ride. You heard it. He's going to take me on a ride. Never been on a motorcycle, but I trust that guy. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of InTRUview. Join us next time. Bye. Mike, how you
Hi.
doing, bud?
Nice to meet you. I'm Mike.
You too. All right, tell me, what are you working on?
I'm working on a True Abutment case.
Oh.
Implant crown.
Okay.
Yeah,
What's it like working with True Abutment?
it's great.
Yeah?
We're doing this for a couple years right now. We have no problems with so yeah, we're pretty happy.
Nice, nice. All right, so when did you start working for Precious Arts?
I started working almost 6 years ago.
Okay. What's it like working for Peter and Margaret? They fun?
Yeah, they're fun. It's pretty cool. I like my job, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy.
What got you into it?
I graduated as a dental technician, so yeah, I was looking for a job, and I applied, and that's how it is.
Awesome. Nice job. Well,
Yeah.
I'll let you get back to work because, well, you have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, thank you.